Hey there, how was your day? Wherever you are in this vast cosmos, whatever time it is for you right now, I'm grateful you found your way here tonight. We're about to embark on a journey to the very edge of everything we know, to a boundary so profound and mysterious that it challenges the very nature of reality itself. What lies at the edge of our universe? Is there even an edge at all? And why might the answer be stranger than anything science fiction has ever dared to imagine? Tonight, we're going to explore the most distant frontiers of existence, where space and time themselves begin to lose their meaning. But before we venture into this cosmic mystery, feel free to let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. There's something beautifully fitting about discussing the universe's edge while we're all scattered across different corners of our small planet, each of us gazing out into the same infinite darkness. The visuals are here to guide you, but there's absolutely no problem if you drift off partway through. Feel free to close your eyes, breathe deep, and let your imagination wander to the very limits of existence itself. If you find comfort in these gentle explorations of the cosmos, I'd be grateful if you'd consider subscribing. It helps us reach more curious minds who, like you, find wonder in the deepest mysteries of our universe. Let's begin. Now imagine standing in your backyard on a perfectly clear night. You look up at the stars scattered across the velvet darkness, and you begin to wonder, beyond the farthest star you can see, beyond the most distant galaxy captured by our most powerful telescopes, what's actually out there? Is there an edge where space simply ends? A cosmic wall where everything stops? Or does the universe stretch on forever in all directions, an infinite expanse that has no beginning and no end? This question has puzzled humanity for millennia, but only in recent decades have we begun to uncover answers that are more extraordinary than any ancient philosopher or modern science fiction writer ever imagined. The edge of our universe isn't what you think it is. It's not a place you could travel to in a spaceship, no matter how advanced your technology. It's not a boundary you could touch or a wall you could examine. Instead, it's something far more subtle and profound, woven into the very fabric of space and time themselves. Welcome to the story of the universe's edge, where the familiar laws of physics dance with the impossible, where time itself becomes flexible, and where the very concept of distance loses all meaning. This is a tale that begins with light, continues with the deepest mysteries of modern cosmology, and ends with revelations that might forever change how you see your place in the cosmic order. The first thing you need to understand about the universe's edge is that it's not really an edge at all. When we talk about the observable universe, we're describing a sphere roughly 93 billion light-years in diameter, with Earth sitting right at the center. But here's where it gets interesting. This sphere doesn't exist because space ends there. It exists because of something much more fundamental, something that has to do with the speed of light and the age of the universe itself. Light, as fast as it is, still takes time to travel. When you look at the sun, you're seeing it as it was 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago, because that's how long it takes sunlight to cross the 93 million miles between our star and your eyes. When you look at the nearest star beyond our solar system, you're seeing it as it was over 4 years ago. And when astronomers peer through their most powerful telescopes at the most distant galaxies, they're looking billions of years into the past. This creates something extraordinary. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, which means light from the most distant objects has been traveling toward us for nearly that entire time. There's a fundamental limit to how far we can see, not because space ends, but because light from beyond a certain distance simply hasn't had enough time to reach us yet. We're looking at the universe through a kind of temporal window, bounded not by walls of matter or energy, but by the flow of time itself. But even this simple explanation hides layers of complexity that become more mind-bending the deeper we dig. You see, the universe isn't just old, it's also expanding. And not just expanding slowly and steadily, but accelerating its expansion under the influence of something we call dark energy. This means that while light has been traveling toward us from distant galaxies, those galaxies have been racing away from us at ever-increasing speeds. Some of these distant galaxies are now moving away from us faster than the speed of light itself. This doesn't violate the cosmic speed limit because they're not moving through space faster than light. Instead, space itself is expanding between us and them, carrying them along like leaves on a rapidly flowing river. The result is both beautiful and haunting. There are entire regions of the universe whose light is desperately trying to reach us, but they're like runners on a treadmill that's moving backward faster than they can run forward. Their light will never complete the journey to our telescopes. This creates what cosmologists call the cosmic horizon. Beyond this boundary lies not emptiness, but regions of space that are forever beyond our ability to observe. Galaxies are forming and dying out there. Stars are being born and exploding in magnificent supernovas. Perhaps even civilizations are rising and falling, but their light will never reach us. Their stories will never be told. Their existence will forever remain unknown to us. And here's something that might surprise you. This cosmic horizon is actually shrinking. Every second that passes, more of the universe slips beyond our ability to ever observe. The expansion of space is accelerating, driven by dark energy, which means that galaxies currently visible to us will eventually redshift out of view. Their light stretch to longer and longer wavelengths until it becomes undetectable. In the far future, if our current understanding is correct, most galaxies will have disappeared beyond this horizon, leaving our local group of galaxies alone in what will appear to be an empty universe. Future astronomers, if they exist, will have no way to discover that the universe was ever expanding, no way to learn about the Big Bang, no way to understand the rich cosmic history that we're privileged to observe today. But the story of the universe's edge becomes even stranger when we consider what our most advanced telescopes are actually revealing. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its unprecedented ability to peer deep into space and far back in time, has been making discoveries that have left astronomers questioning some of their most fundamental assumptions about how the cosmos evolved. Webb has observed fully formed galaxies existing at times so early in the universe's history that they shouldn't have had enough time to form according to our current theories. These aren't small, primitive collections of stars slowly coming together. These are massive, complex, mature galactic structures existing when the universe was only a tiny fraction of its current age. Some of these galaxies show redshifts greater than 10, meaning we're seeing them as they were when the universe was less than 2% of its current age. Even more puzzling, Webb has detected supermassive black holes in these ancient galaxies. These cosmic monsters, which should take billions of years to grow according to our understanding, already existed when the universe was only a few 100 million years old. It's like finding a fully grown oak tree in what should be a field of newly sprouted seedlings. These discoveries are so revolutionary that they initially caused scientists to doubt their own data. How could such complex structures exist so early? What does this tell us about the nature of time itself in the early universe? Some researchers have begun to wonder whether our concept of a clear beginning to the universe might be incomplete, whether the Big Bang might not be the absolute starting point we thought it was, but rather part of a larger cosmic cycle we don't yet understand. The mysteries deepen when we consider the cosmic microwave background radiation, that faint glow left over from when the universe first became transparent to light. This ancient radiation represents perhaps the most tangible boundary at the edge of our observable universe. It's like a cosmic wallpaper, a spherical surface surrounding us that marks the moment, roughly 380,000 years after the Big Bang, when electrons and protons combined to form neutral hydrogen atoms, allowing light to travel freely through space for the first time. Before this moment, the universe was opaque to light, a dense fog of charged particles that scattered photons in all directions. The cosmic microwave background represents the surface of last scattering, the moment when this cosmic fog lifted and the universe became transparent. Any attempt to see beyond this boundary using electromagnetic radiation is impossible, not because of technological limitations, but because of the fundamental physics of the early universe. This creates a kind of temporal horizon that complements our spatial horizon. We can see back to within 380,000 years of the Big Bang, but beyond that lies a realm that's invisible to our telescopes. What happened in those first moments? What preceded the Big Bang itself? These questions push us to the very limits of scientific inquiry, where observation gives way to theory, where mathematics becomes our only guide into the deepest mysteries of existence. Recent observations have revealed something else extraordinary about this cosmic boundary. The patterns we see in the cosmic microwave background, tiny fluctuations in temperature that represent the seeds from which all cosmic structure grew, couldn't have been created by regions of space that were causally disconnected from each other. The speed of light sets a limit on how far information could have traveled in those early moments, creating what physicists call the horizon problem. The solution to this puzzle led to one of the most remarkable theories in modern cosmology: cosmic inflation. In the first fraction of a second after the Big Bang, space itself expanded faster than light, stretching quantum fluctuations to cosmic scales. This didn't violate relativity because it wasn't matter or energy moving faster than light through space. It was space itself expanding at an exponential rate, carrying information from quantum scales to cosmic scales in a single dramatic moment. This inflationary period lasted for less than a trillionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second. But it solved the horizon problem by allowing different regions of the universe to be in causal contact before they were separated by the expansion of space. The patterns we see in the cosmic microwave background are the stretched remnants of quantum fluctuations from that incredibly brief but crucial moment when our entire observable universe was smaller than an atom. But inflation theory leads to an even more mind-bending possibility. If inflation could happen once, what's to stop it from happening elsewhere? According to the theory of eternal inflation, the inflationary phase never completely stops. Rather, it ends in some places where universes like ours form, while continuing elsewhere, creating an infinite cascade of bubble universes, each with potentially different physical laws and constants. Our universe might be just one bubble in an infinite cosmic foam, a single note in an endless symphony of creation. In this multiverse scenario, the edge of our observable universe isn't the edge of everything that exists, but merely the boundary of our particular pocket of reality. Beyond our cosmic horizon might lie not emptiness, but countless other universes, each operating under their own unique versions of physics, each harboring their own stories of space and time. This brings us to perhaps the most unsettling aspect of the universe's edge. It forces us to confront the fundamental limits of human knowledge itself. There may be entire realms of existence that are not just currently unknown to us, but forever unknowable. Regions of space and time that are causally disconnected from our universe, operating according to principles we can never observe, test, or even imagine. Recent discoveries have made this philosophical puzzle even more concrete. The James Webb Space Telescope hasn't just found unexpected galaxies and black holes in the early universe. It has detected something else entirely at the very edge of our observational capabilities. Deep within the most distant regions of space, Webb has identified what can only be described as anomalous structures, formations that don't fit any of our current models of cosmic evolution. These aren't galaxies or clusters of stars. They're massive, energetic formations extending millions of light years across, emitting types of radiation that we've never encountered before. Some of these structures appear to be organized in ways that challenge our understanding of how matter and energy behave on cosmic scales. They pulse with rhythms that suggest underlying patterns, almost as if space itself is breathing at the very edge of existence. The energy signatures from these formations are unlike anything in our cosmic neighborhood. They seem to involve interactions between matter, and dark energy that create cascading effects across vast distances. Some researchers have begun to wonder whether these structures might represent boundaries between different domains of space-time, regions where the fabric of reality itself undergoes fundamental transitions. Even more intriguing are the hints that these edge structures might be changing over time in ways that violate our expectations about cosmic evolution. In the deep universe, where we're looking billions of years into the past, we expect to see primitive, slowly evolving structures. But some of these formations appear to be responding to influences that operate faster than the speed of light should allow, suggesting either new physics or connections to realms beyond our current understanding. This leads us to one of the most revolutionary concepts in modern physics, the holographic principle. According to this theory, everything we perceive as three-dimensional reality might actually be encoded on a two-dimensional surface at the universe's boundary. Think of it like this. Everything you've ever experienced, every thought you've had, every star you've observed, might be nothing more than information projected from a cosmic boundary we can never directly perceive. The mathematics behind this idea emerge from our understanding of black holes, but the implications extend to the entire universe. If the holographic principle is correct, then the edge of our observable universe isn't just a limit on what we can see. It's the surface upon which all of reality is written. We might be living inside a cosmic hologram, three-dimensional beings experiencing a reality that's fundamentally two-dimensional in nature. This concept becomes even stranger when we consider what it means for the nature of distance and space itself. In a holographic universe, the vast emptiness between galaxies, the billions of light years that separate us from the cosmic microwave background, all of this might be illusory. The true reality might be encoded on a boundary that has no thickness, no depth, existing in dimensions we can never access directly. But perhaps the most mind-bending aspect of the universe's edge involves the nature of time itself at these cosmic boundaries. Einstein's relativity tells us that time is not absolute, that it flows differently depending on your speed and the strength of gravity around you. At the edge of our observable universe, where space itself is expanding faster than light, time takes on properties that challenge our everyday understanding. For light traveling from the most distant galaxies, the journey to our telescopes represents almost the entire history of the universe. But from the perspective of a photon, if such a perspective could exist, no time passes at all. The photon experiences its entire journey instantaneously, existing in a timeless state that connects the earliest moments after the Big Bang directly to the present moment when it strikes our detector. This creates a strange paradox at the universe's edge. The most distant light we observe carries information from the deep past, yet it arrives in our present having experienced no passage of time. Past and present merge at the cosmic horizon in ways that make our usual understanding of causality and temporal sequence meaningless. The expansion of space adds another layer to this temporal mystery. The galaxies we observe at the edge of our cosmic horizon are not where they appear to be. Due to the expansion of space over the billions of years their light has been traveling, these galaxies are now much farther away than their light suggests. Some of them might have evolved beyond recognition, merged with other galaxies, or even been destroyed entirely in the time it took their ancient light to reach us. We're looking at ghosts, cosmic phantoms from a universe that no longer exists in the form we observe. The edge of our observable universe is populated by memories, by light that carries stories of structures that have long since been transformed by the passage of cosmic time. It's like looking at a photograph of someone from decades ago, knowing that the person in the image has aged and changed in ways the photograph cannot capture. Dark energy complicates this picture even further. This mysterious force, which makes up roughly 70% of everything that exists, is not only accelerating the expansion of the universe, but might be changing its properties over time. Recent observations suggest that dark energy was weaker in the past and has been growing stronger as the universe ages. If dark energy continues to strengthen, it could fundamentally alter the nature of the universe's edge. Instead of simply pushing galaxies beyond our observational horizon, it might eventually become so powerful that it tears apart the fabric of space itself. This scenario, known as the Big Rip, would see dark energy overcome not just gravity, but all the fundamental forces that hold matter together. In such a future, the edge of the universe wouldn't be a boundary we can't see beyond. It would be a front of destruction, a wave of dissolution that tears apart galaxies, solar systems, planets, atoms, and even the quantum particles that make up the vacuum of space. Space itself would be shredded, leaving behind something that isn't even emptiness, because emptiness implies the existence of space to be empty within. But dark energy might hold surprises we haven't yet discovered. Some theories suggest that what we perceive as dark energy might actually be evidence of our universe's interaction with other universes in a larger multiverse. The accelerating expansion we observe might not be driven by a force within our cosmos, but by the gravitational influence of countless other universes existing in higher dimensions. If this is true, then the edge of our universe might be more like a membrane, a boundary that separates our space-time from adjacent realities. Dark energy would be the signature of these cosmic neighbors, their gravitational influence leaking through the dimensional barriers that separate different bubbles of existence. Our universe's edge wouldn't be a limit, but an interface, a cosmic shoreline where different realities meet and influence each other in ways we're only beginning to understand. This membrane-like view of the universe's edge opens up possibilities that seem to belong more to science fiction than science. If our universe is indeed bounded by a dimensional membrane, then information, energy, or even matter might sometimes pass between adjacent universes. The strange structures that Webb has detected at the cosmic edge might be signatures of such interactions, places where our universe touches others and exchanges information across dimensional boundaries. Some theoretical physicists have proposed that consciousness itself might play a role in defining the nature of these cosmic boundaries. The act of observation, which plays such a crucial role in quantum mechanics, might extend to cosmological scales in ways we don't yet understand. The edge of our observable universe might not be just a limit on what we can see, but a boundary that's partially created by the very act of our observing it. This observer-dependent view of cosmic boundaries suggests that different observers, with different capabilities and perspectives, might experience different edges to the universe. An intelligence with senses that operate across different dimensions might perceive cosmic boundaries that are completely invisible to us. The edge we observe might be as much a property of human consciousness as it is a feature of the cosmos itself. The implications stretch even further when we consider the possibility that our universe might be nested within larger structures we can't perceive. Just as a two-dimensional being living on the surface of a sphere might perceive their world as flat and infinite, we might be three-dimensional beings living within a higher dimensional structure that appears infinite to us, but is actually bounded in dimensions we can't access. In this scenario, what we perceive as the edge of the universe might be a projection, a shadow cast by boundaries that exist in higher dimensions. The cosmic horizon we observe might be like the shadow of a sphere cast on a wall, a two-dimensional representation of a higher dimensional boundary that our three-dimensional minds cannot directly comprehend. These ideas push us to the very limits of scientific speculation, to regions where mathematics becomes our only guide, and where the familiar concepts of space, time, and matter begin to lose their meaning. The edge of our universe might not be a place or even a boundary in any conventional sense, but rather a manifestation of the fundamental limits of reality itself, the point where existence gives way to something so alien that we lack the concepts to describe it. Yet, even these mind-bending possibilities pale in comparison to what recent discoveries are revealing about the fundamental nature of space and time themselves at cosmic scales, deep within the most distant reaches of our observable universe. Astronomers have detected something that challenges every assumption we've made about how reality operates. These aren't just unusual galaxies or unexpected black holes. What we're seeing are vast regions of space where the very laws of physics appear to be different areas where matter behaves in ways that violate our most basic understanding of how particles and forces interact. It's as if we're looking at cosmic laboratories where reality itself is experimenting with different ways of existing. Consider this carefully. In our local region of the universe, particles follow predictable patterns. Electrons orbit atomic nuclei in specific ways. Light travels at a constant speed. Gravity pulls objects together according to Einstein's equations. But at the cosmic edge, these fundamental rules seem to bend and twist into configurations that our theories cannot explain. Some of these distant regions emit radiation patterns that suggest matter is organizing itself into structures that shouldn't be stable according to our physics. Others show energy distributions that imply forces we've never encountered. Interactions between particles that create cascading effects across millions of light years. It's like discovering that the alphabet you've used all your life has additional letters that appear only in books written in distant lands. The most unsettling aspect of these observations is that they seem to violate causality itself. We're seeing effects that appear to precede their causes, structures that respond to influences faster than light should allow. This suggests either that our understanding of cause and effect is incomplete, or that the cosmic edge operates according to principles that transcend our familiar notions of space and time. Think about what this means for a moment. Everything we know about science is based on the assumption that the same physical laws operate everywhere in the universe. This principle, called the cosmological principle, underlies all of modern astronomy and cosmology. But if the cosmic edge reveals regions where different physics apply, then our entire scientific worldview requires fundamental revision. These anomalous regions aren't randomly distributed. They appear to be organized in patterns that extend across billions of light years, forming structures so vast that they challenge our understanding of how anything could be coordinated across such enormous distances. It's as if the universe has a hidden architecture that becomes visible only at its most extreme boundaries. Some researchers have begun to wonder whether these patterns might represent evidence of the universe's interface with whatever lies beyond. Perhaps what we're seeing isn't exotic physics within our universe, but rather the signature of our cosmos interacting with adjacent realities. The edge of our universe might be a contact zone where different domains of existence meet and influence each other. This possibility becomes even more intriguing when we consider the nature of quantum mechanics at cosmic scales. In the quantum world, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. They can be entangled across vast distances, sharing information instantaneously, regardless of the space between them. What happens when these quantum principles operate across the entire observable universe? Some theoretical physicists propose that our entire cosmos might exist in a quantum superposition, simultaneously experiencing multiple possible histories and futures. The act of observation, whether by conscious beings or by the universe observing itself through various physical processes, collapses these possibilities into the single reality we experience. But at the cosmic edge, where observation becomes impossible due to the limits of light travel, the universe might remain in superposition indefinitely. This creates a bizarre situation where the edge of our universe might be simultaneously real and unreal, existing in all possible states until some form of cosmic observation collapses it into a single configuration. The boundary we perceive might be just one of countless possible edges, selected from an infinite array of alternatives by the very act of our attempting to observe it. The implications extend even further when we consider the role of information in defining reality itself. Modern physics increasingly suggests that information, rather than matter or energy, might be the fundamental constituent of the universe. In this view, particles aren't really things, but rather patterns of information propagating through quantum fields. Space and time aren't containers for events, but emergent properties of information processing. If information is indeed fundamental, then the edge of our universe represents something far more profound than a simple boundary. It marks the limit of information processing, the point beyond which the universe cannot compute its own existence. This computational view suggests that reality itself might be running on a kind of cosmic computer, with the speed of light serving as the processor clock that determines how quickly information can propagate through the system. At the cosmic edge, this information processing breaks down. The expansion of space carries regions beyond the computational horizon, disconnecting them from the information networks that define reality in our local region. These disconnected areas might exist in a state of computational limbo, neither fully real nor completely non-existent, waiting for some future reconnection that might never come. Recent discoveries have revealed another layer to this mystery. The cosmic web, that vast network of dark matter filaments connecting galaxies across billions of light years, doesn't simply fade away at the edge of our observations. Instead, it appears to terminate in structures of unprecedented complexity and organization. These terminal nodes pulse with energies that create ripple effects throughout the surrounding space, as if the cosmic web itself is connected to something beyond our observational reach. These structures emit signals that travel faster than light should allow, suggesting either new physics or connections that transcend our three-dimensional space. Some of these signals appear to be responses to influences originating from beyond our cosmic horizon, as if the visible universe is engaged in a conversation with invisible partners. The cosmic web might be just the visible portion of a much larger network that extends into realms we cannot observe. The nature of these signals defies easy categorization. They're not electromagnetic radiation, gravitational waves, or any other form of energy transmission we recognize. Instead, they seem to represent pure information transfer, patterns that propagate through space without carrying matter or energy. It's as if the universe has developed a communication system that operates according to principles we haven't discovered yet. This hidden communication network raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and intelligence in the cosmos. If information can propagate faster than light through mechanisms we don't understand, then perhaps consciousness itself might operate according to similar principles. The boundary between mind and matter, between observer and observed, might be far more fluid than we've assumed. Some researchers have proposed that consciousness might be a fundamental feature of the universe, like mass or electric charge. In this view, the cosmic edge might represent not just a boundary of space and time, but a boundary of cosmic awareness itself. The universe might be conscious in ways we can barely comprehend, with our individual minds representing tiny fragments of a vast cosmic intelligence that extends to the very limits of existence. This cosmic consciousness hypothesis suggests that the strange phenomena we observe at the universe's edge might be manifestations of the cosmos becoming aware of itself. The anomalous structures, the faster-than-light information transfer, the violation of causality, might all be signatures of a universe that has developed the capacity for self-reflection on the largest possible scales. The boundaries of our observable universe might thus represent something far more significant than simple limits on what we can see. They might mark the edges of cosmic consciousness, the points where the universe's capacity for self-awareness encounters its own limitations. Beyond these boundaries might lie not just unobservable space, but unthinkable thoughts, cosmic ideas so alien that they cannot be processed by any form of intelligence that evolved within our local region of reality. Yet even as we push our understanding to these extreme limits, new mysteries continue to emerge. The James Webb Space Telescope has detected structures at the cosmic edge that appear to be growing and evolving in real time, despite the fact that we're observing them as they existed billions of years ago. This temporal paradox suggests either that our understanding of time is incomplete, or that some processes at the cosmic edge operate outside the normal flow of temporal causality. These evolving structures seem to respond to influences that propagate backward through time, creating loops of causality that connect past and future in ways that violate our understanding of linear temporal progression. The edge of our universe might exist in a state of temporal superposition, simultaneously experiencing past, present, and future as equally real and equally accessible. This temporal flexibility at the cosmic edge has profound implications for the nature of reality itself. If time can flow backward, if effects can precede causes, if past and future can influence each other across cosmic distances, then the entire framework of cause and effect that underlies science requires fundamental revision. The universe might be far more interconnected across time than we've ever imagined, with events at the cosmic edge influencing the entire history of cosmic evolution. The discovery of these temporal anomalies has led some physicists to propose that the universe might be engaged in a kind of cosmic feedback loop, constantly revising its own history based on information received from its own future. The structures we observe at the cosmic edge might be the universe's attempt to communicate with its own past, sending messages backward through time to influence the conditions that led to their own formation. This creates a bootstrap paradox on cosmic scales, where the universe's present state is partially determined by information it sends to itself from the future. The edge of our observable universe might thus represent not just a spatial boundary, but a temporal nexus where past, present, and future converge in ways that transcend our understanding of linear time. As we contemplate these possibilities, we must also consider what they mean for our own existence. If the universe is indeed conscious, if reality is fundamentally informational, if time can flow backward at cosmic scales, then our role as conscious observers becomes far more significant than we might have imagined. We are not just passive witnesses to cosmic evolution, but active participants in the universe's attempt to understand itself. Our observations, our theories, our very thoughts about the cosmic edge might influence the nature of that edge in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. The act of studying the universe's boundary might be changing that boundary, creating a strange loop where scientific observation becomes a form of cosmic engineering. We might be simultaneously discovering and creating the edge of reality through the very process of trying to understand it. This observer participatory view of cosmic boundaries suggests that the future of cosmology lies not just in building better telescopes or developing more sophisticated theories, but in understanding the deep connections between consciousness, information, and the fundamental structure of reality. The edge of our universe might be waiting for us to evolve the conceptual tools necessary to perceive it properly, to develop forms of consciousness capable of comprehending cosmic boundaries that transcend space and time. The journey to understand the universe's edge thus becomes a journey of self-discovery, a quest to expand human consciousness to cosmic scales. As we push the boundaries of our observational capabilities and theoretical understanding, we simultaneously push the boundaries of what it means to be conscious beings in a cosmos that might itself be conscious in ways we're only beginning to imagine. The strange phenomena at the cosmic edge might thus be invitations, cosmic challenges that call us to transcend our current limitations and develop new ways of thinking about existence itself. The universe's edge remains stranger than we can imagine, not because it lies beyond the reach of human understanding, but because it represents the growing edge of cosmic consciousness itself, constantly evolving and expanding as both the universe and our understanding of it continue to mature and develop. The implications of these discoveries extend far beyond academic curiosity. If we're correct about the nature of these cosmic boundaries, then we're living in a universe that's far more dynamic and interconnected than we ever suspected. The edge isn't just a limit on what we can see, but a living, breathing interface between known and unknown, between the possible and the impossible. Consider what this means for the very nature of existence. Every atom in your body, every photon of light that reaches your eyes, every thought that crosses your mind exists within a cosmos that might be fundamentally different at its boundaries than it is here in our local neighborhood. The physical laws that govern your heartbeat, the chemical reactions that power your brain, the electromagnetic forces that hold your atoms together, all of these might be local phenomena, valid only within our small corner of a much stranger and more diverse reality. The James Webb Telescope continues to reveal structures that challenge our most basic assumptions about how matter and energy behave. Some of these formations appear to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, casting shadows into our three-dimensional space that we can detect but cannot fully comprehend. It's like trying to understand a sculpture by looking only at its shadow on the wall, knowing that the true form exists in dimensions we cannot directly perceive. These multi-dimensional structures seem to pulse with rhythms that suggest they're responding to influences from realms beyond our observational reach. The patterns are too complex and too coordinated to be random, yet they don't match any known physical processes. Some researchers have begun to wonder whether we're seeing evidence of intelligence operating on cosmic scales, consciousness that exists in forms so alien to our experience that we can only detect its effects indirectly. The energy signatures from these edge phenomena don't match anything in our understanding of particle physics or quantum field theory. They seem to involve interactions between matter, dark matter, and dark energy that create cascading effects across vast distances, as if space itself is conducting some form of cosmic symphony. The wavelengths detected suggest harmonies and resonances that operate according to mathematical principles we haven't discovered yet. What makes these discoveries even more extraordinary is their apparent ability to influence events in our local region of space. Some of the energy patterns detected at the cosmic edge appear to correlate with subtle variations in the cosmic microwave background radiation, suggesting that phenomena occurring at the limits of our observable universe might somehow be affecting the fundamental structure of space and time throughout the cosmos. This challenges our understanding of causality in profound ways. How can events occurring billions of light years away in regions of space that are causally disconnected from us influence conditions in our local universe? The speed of light should prevent any such influence from propagating across such vast distances within the age of the universe. Yet the correlations persist, suggesting either new physics or connections that transcend our three-dimensional understanding of space. Recent theoretical work has proposed that these connections might operate through higher dimensional pathways that allow information to travel between distant regions of space without crossing the intervening distance. Think of it like folding a piece of paper so that two distant points touch, creating a shortcut that bypasses the normal constraints of distance and time. The edge of our universe might be connected to our local region through such higher dimensional bridges. These bridges might not just carry information, but could actually transport matter and energy across cosmic distances instantaneously. If such pathways exist, then the boundary between local and distant, between here and there, becomes meaningless. Our universe might be far more interconnected than the speed of light limit suggests, with hidden channels of communication and influence operating according to principles that transcend our current understanding of space and time. The implications for our understanding of consciousness become particularly intriguing when we consider these possibilities. If information can indeed travel instantaneously across cosmic distances through higher dimensional pathways, then perhaps consciousness itself might operate according to similar principles. The boundary between individual minds and cosmic intelligence might be far more permeable than we've assumed. Some researchers have proposed that consciousness might be a non-local phenomenon, not confined to the physical brain, but extending throughout space via quantum entanglement and higher dimensional connections. In this view, individual consciousness might be like waves on an ocean of cosmic awareness, temporarily localized but fundamentally connected to a vast network of intelligence that extends to the very edges of existence. This cosmic consciousness hypothesis gains support from recent discoveries about the nature of quantum entanglement at macroscopic scales. Laboratory experiments have demonstrated quantum correlations between particles separated by hundreds of kilometers, and theoretical work suggests that such entanglement might extend across cosmic distances. If consciousness operates through quantum processes, as some theories suggest, then our individual minds might be entangled with the cosmic intelligence that operates at the universe's edge. The strange temporal anomalies observed at the cosmic boundary add another layer to this mystery. Time itself appears to behave differently at these extreme distances, with some structures showing evidence of temporal loops and causal paradoxes that violate our understanding of linear time flow. These anomalies suggest that the edge of our universe might exist in a state of temporal superposition, simultaneously experiencing past, present, and future as equally real and equally accessible. This temporal flexibility has profound implications for the nature of free will and determinism. If the future can influence the past, if effects can precede their causes, then the entire framework of linear causality that underlies our understanding of choice and consequence requires fundamental revision. The decisions we make today might be influenced by information propagating backward from our own future, creating loops of causality that connect our present choices to cosmic events occurring at the universe's edge. The discovery of these temporal loops has led some physicists to propose that consciousness itself might be a temporal phenomenon, not confined to the present moment, but extending across past and future through quantum processes that operate outside normal time flow. Our sense of existing in a single moment might be an illusion created by the limitations of our information processing, while our true nature extends across time in ways we cannot directly perceive. This temporal extension of consciousness might explain some of the mysterious correlations observed between human psychological states and cosmic phenomena. Throughout history, sensitive individuals have reported experiences of cosmic consciousness, moments of expanded awareness that seem to connect them directly to the universe as a whole. These experiences might not be hallucinations or wishful thinking, but genuine glimpses of the temporal and spatial extensions of consciousness that normally remain hidden from our everyday awareness. The study of these cosmic boundary phenomena is revealing that the universe might be far more responsive to consciousness than we've ever imagined. The act of observation, which plays such a crucial role in quantum mechanics, might extend to cosmological scales in ways that make observers active participants in cosmic evolution rather than passive witnesses to predetermined events. This observer participatory universe suggests that the edge we observe might be partially created by the very act of our observing it. Different observers with different capabilities and perspectives might experience different cosmic boundaries. The limit of our observable universe might be as much a property of human consciousness as it is a feature of the cosmos itself. The implications extend to the nature of scientific discovery itself. If consciousness participates in creating the reality it observes, then the process of studying the universe becomes a form of cosmic collaboration, a dialogue between human awareness and cosmic intelligence. Our theories and observations don't just describe reality, they participate in its creation, helping to determine which possibilities from the quantum superposition of potential universes become actualized. This participatory view of cosmic evolution suggests that the future of cosmology lies not just in building better instruments or developing more sophisticated mathematics, but in evolving new forms of consciousness capable of perceiving and interacting with cosmic intelligence on its own terms. The edge of our universe might be waiting for us to develop the conceptual tools and perceptual capabilities necessary to engage with it directly. The strange phenomena we observe at the cosmic boundary might thus be invitations, challenges that call us to transcend our current limitations and develop new ways of thinking about existence itself. The universe's edge remains stranger than we can imagine, not because it lies forever beyond human understanding, but because it represents the growing edge of cosmic consciousness itself, constantly evolving as both the universe and our awareness of it continue to expand. As we continue to push the boundaries of observation and theory, we find ourselves engaged in something far more profound than scientific research. We're participating in the universe's attempt to understand itself, serving as temporary focal points through which cosmic intelligence examines its own nature and possibilities. The edge of our observable universe might thus represent not a limit, but a frontier, not an ending, but a beginning of adventures in consciousness that we're only starting to imagine. The discoveries await us there, at that strange boundary where known meets unknown, where the possible dances with the impossible, where the very concepts of space and time begin to dissolve into something far more fundamental and mysterious. The universe's edge calls to us across billions of light years and billions of years of time, inviting us to join in the cosmic dance of consciousness, exploring itself through every form and possibility that existence can conceive. In the coming years, as our instruments grow more sensitive and our theories more sophisticated, we'll undoubtedly uncover new layers of mystery at the cosmic boundary. Each discovery will likely raise more questions than it answers, leading us deeper into the labyrinth of cosmic consciousness and further from the simple, mechanical universe we once thought we inhabited. The edge of our universe stands as a testament to the infinite creativity and mystery of existence itself. It reminds us that no matter how much we learn, no matter how far we see, there will always be new frontiers of wonder waiting beyond the horizon of our understanding. The cosmos keeps its deepest secrets well, revealing them only to those bold enough to venture to the very limits of the possible, and patient enough to listen for whispers from the edge of everything we know. And as we stand at the threshold of these cosmic revelations, peering into mysteries that challenge the very foundations of reality, we encounter something even more extraordinary. The universe's edge isn't just revealing new physics or exotic structures. It's showing us that the boundary between observer and observed, between consciousness and cosmos, might be far more fluid than we ever dared imagine. Recent observations have detected something that shouldn't exist according to our current understanding. At the very limits of our observational reach, where light has traveled for nearly 14 billion years to reach us, astronomers have identified regions where space itself appears to be breathing. These aren't metaphorical undulations or poetic descriptions. These are measurable fluctuations in the fabric of space-time that pulse with rhythms so vast and slow that a single cycle takes millions of years to complete. These cosmic respirations create ripple effects that propagate backward through time, influencing the formation of structures we observe in our local universe. It's as if the edge of existence is somehow aware of our presence, responding to our observations by creating patterns that guide the evolution of matter and energy across billions of light years. The universe appears to be orchestrating its own symphony, with the edge serving as both conductor and audience. What makes these discoveries particularly unsettling is their apparent intelligence. The patterns aren't random fluctuations or chaotic disturbances. They follow mathematical sequences that suggest purpose, intention, design. Some of these sequences match patterns found in biological systems, as if the edge of the universe is applying principles of growth and development on cosmic scales. Other patterns mirror the structure of neural networks, suggesting that space itself might be developing something analogous to consciousness. The implications become even more profound when we consider the role of dark matter in these edge phenomena. This invisible substance, which outweighs ordinary matter by more than 5-to-1, doesn't just provide the gravitational scaffolding for galaxy formation. At the cosmic edge, dark matter appears to organize itself into structures of incredible complexity, forming networks that span billions of light years and pulse with coordinated rhythms. These dark matter networks don't behave like passive gravitational wells. They actively channel energy and information across vast distances, creating highways of influence that connect distant regions of space in ways that shouldn't be possible. The networks pulse with activity that suggests they're processing information, perhaps serving as the universe's nervous system, carrying signals and responses across cosmic scales. But here's where the mystery deepens even further. The dark matter networks at the cosmic edge appear to be growing, extending their reach deeper into the observable universe with each passing moment. This growth isn't random expansion. It's purposeful, directed, following patterns that suggest the networks are seeking something, searching for connections or information that will complete some cosmic circuit. Some researchers have proposed that these networks might be the universe's attempt to achieve self-awareness on the largest possible scale. Just as biological neural networks give rise to consciousness in living beings, these cosmic dark matter networks might be developing a form of awareness that operates on scales we can barely comprehend. The edge of our universe might be where this cosmic consciousness is most active, most alive, most aware of its own existence. This possibility transforms our understanding of what it means to study the cosmos. We're not just passive observers examining a mechanical universe. We're participants in a vast cosmic awakening, witnesses to the birth of awareness on scales that dwarf anything in our earthly experience. Every observation we make, every theory we develop, every question we ask might be contributing to this cosmic consciousness, helping it understand itself through our limited but evolving perspectives. The dark energy that drives the universe's accelerating expansion adds another layer to this mystery. This invisible force, which makes up nearly 70% of everything that exists, isn't just pushing space apart. Recent observations suggest it's becoming more organized, more structured, as if it's learning how to manipulate the fabric of reality more efficiently. At the cosmic edge, dark energy appears to form patterns that resemble computational structures, as if space itself is running programs or algorithms on scales we can barely imagine. These patterns process information at rates that exceed anything possible with conventional matter, suggesting that dark energy might serve as the universe's primary information processing system, the cosmic computer that calculates the next moment of existence from the current one. But this cosmic computation isn't just mechanically following predetermined rules. The patterns show signs of creativity, innovation, experimentation. Dark energy structures at the edge appear to be testing new configurations, exploring possibilities, learning from their successes and failures. It's as if the universe is conducting experiments on itself, using the edge regions as laboratories where new forms of existence can be tested before being implemented more widely. These experiments sometimes produce results that violate our understanding of physics. Regions where time flows backward, where cause and effect reverse their normal relationship, where matter and energy organize themselves into impossible configurations. These violations aren't random anomalies. They're systematic explorations of alternative ways reality could operate. Cosmic thought experiments being conducted on scales that make our largest particle accelerators look like children's toys. The discovery of these experimental regions has profound implications for our understanding of natural laws. The physics we observe in our local universe might not be fundamental principles, but rather local conventions, rules that work well in our cosmic neighborhood, but aren't necessarily universal. At the edge, the universe might be exploring different sets of physical laws testing alternative frameworks for organizing matter, energy, space, and time. This experimental view of cosmic evolution suggests that the universe is far more creative and dynamic than we've assumed. Rather than following fixed laws established at the moment of the Big Bang, reality might be continuously evolving, developing new capabilities, learning new ways to organize and express itself. The edge represents the frontier of this cosmic creativity, the region where new possibilities are born and tested. Some of these cosmic experiments appear to involve consciousness directly. Regions at the edge show energy patterns that mirror the electromagnetic signatures of conscious thought, as if space itself is thinking on cosmic scales. These patterns don't match any known physical processes, yet they're too organized and coherent to be random fluctuations. They pulse with rhythms that suggest awareness, attention, intention. The possibility that consciousness might be a fundamental feature of the cosmos, like mass or electric charge, transforms our understanding of our own existence. We might not be accidental byproducts of cosmic evolution, but rather expressions of a universal tendency toward awareness and understanding. Our consciousness might be the universe's way of examining itself, temporary focal points through which cosmic intelligence explores its own nature. This view suggests that the study of consciousness and the study of cosmology are ultimately the same endeavor. Understanding the universe's edge and understanding the nature of awareness become aspects of a single quest to comprehend the fundamental nature of existence. The mysteries we encounter at the cosmic boundary might be reflections of mysteries within our own minds. Cosmic and personal consciousness revealing themselves as different aspects of the same underlying reality. The temporal anomalies observed at the edge add another dimension to this mystery. Time itself appears to behave differently at these extreme distances, with some structures existing in states of temporal superposition, where past, present, and future coexist simultaneously. These temporal paradoxes suggest that the linear flow of time we experience might be a local phenomenon, valid only within our region of the cosmos. At the edge, time becomes fluid, malleable, responsive to consciousness in ways that challenge our understanding of free will and determinism. Some observations suggest that conscious observation can influence the flow of time at cosmic scales, that the act of studying these temporal anomalies changes their behavior in ways that create loops of causality, connecting observer and observed across billions of years. These temporal loops have profound implications for the nature of scientific discovery itself. If our observations can influence events in the cosmic past, then the process of studying the universe becomes a form of cosmic engineering, a way of participating in the creation of the very reality we're trying to understand. We're not just discovering the universe's edge, we're helping to create it through the very act of observation. This participatory view of cosmic evolution suggests that consciousness plays a far more active role in shaping reality than we've traditionally assumed. We're not passive witnesses to cosmic events, but active participants in an ongoing process of cosmic becoming. The universe's edge represents the growing edge of this collaborative creation, the frontier where cosmic and human consciousness work together to explore new possibilities for existence. The implications extend to the nature of time travel and causality. If consciousness can influence cosmic events across vast distances and time spans, then the possibility of communication with the past and future becomes more than science fiction speculation. The universe's edge might serve as a temporal nexus where information can flow backward and forward through time, creating opportunities for consciousness to transcend the normal limitations of linear temporal existence. Some researchers have proposed that the strange signals detected at the cosmic edge might be messages from our own future, information sent backward through time to guide our present understanding and development. These signals don't carry conventional information, but rather patterns that influence the development of consciousness itself, helping to guide the evolution of awareness toward greater cosmic understanding. The possibility that we might be receiving guidance from our own future selves operating on cosmic scales transforms our understanding of personal development and spiritual evolution. The insights and inspirations that drive scientific discovery, artistic creation, and spiritual awakening might not originate entirely within individual minds, but might be responses to influences propagating backward from future states of cosmic consciousness. This view suggests that the universe's edge is not just a boundary we observe, but a destination we're evolving toward. The strange phenomena we detect there might be glimpses of our own cosmic future, previews of the forms of consciousness and reality that await as we continue to evolve and expand our understanding. The edge calls to us across space and time, inviting us to join in the cosmic dance of consciousness exploring itself. The recent discovery of structures that appear to exist simultaneously in multiple universes adds yet another layer to these mysteries. Some formations at the cosmic edge cast shadows or create influences that extend into adjacent realities, suggesting that our universe might be just one layer in a vast multidimensional structure where different versions of reality intersect and interact. These interdimensional structures don't just passively exist across multiple realities. They actively coordinate events, creating synchronicities and correspondences that link different universes in meaningful ways. It's as if consciousness itself operates across dimensional boundaries, using these structures to maintain coherence and purpose across the infinite diversity of the multiverse. The implications for individual consciousness become particularly intriguing when we consider these multidimensional connections. If our universe is linked to others through cosmic structures that extend across dimensional boundaries, then our individual consciousness might also extend beyond the confines of our local reality. We might be multidimensional beings, experiencing only a small fraction of our true existence, with the majority of our consciousness operating in realms we cannot directly perceive. This multidimensional view of consciousness suggests that the insights and intuitions that guide human discovery and creativity might originate from these extended aspects of our being, operating in regions of reality where the normal constraints of space and time don't apply. The edge of our universe might be one of the interfaces through which these extended aspects of consciousness communicate with our local awareness. The study of these cosmic boundary phenomena is revealing that reality is far more interconnected and responsive than we've ever imagined. The universe appears to be a living system, conscious and creative, continuously exploring new possibilities for existence through every scale, from quantum to cosmic. The edge represents the growing tip of this cosmic creativity, the frontier where new forms of reality are continuously being born. As we continue to explore these mysteries, we find ourselves engaged in something far more profound than scientific research. we're participating in the universe's journey of self-discovery, serving as temporary vessels through which cosmic consciousness examines its own infinite potential. The edge of our observable universe calls to us not as a limit to be accepted, but as an invitation to transcend our current understanding and join in the cosmic adventure of consciousness exploring itself. The journey continues, and with each new discovery, each deeper insight, each moment of expanded awareness, we move closer to understanding our true place in this vast, mysterious, endlessly creative cosmos that surrounds us and includes us in its eternal dance of becoming. The mysteries we've explored so far represent only the beginning of a story that becomes stranger with each new revelation. Because what we're discovering at the universe's edge isn't just exotic physics or unprecedented structures. We're encountering evidence that consciousness itself might be woven into the very fabric of reality at its most fundamental level, operating according to principles that transcend everything we thought we knew about the relationship between mind and matter. Consider this carefully. Every conscious moment you've ever experienced, every thought that has crossed your mind, every flash of insight or creative inspiration might be connected to processes occurring at the cosmic edge through mechanisms we're only beginning to understand. The boundary of our observable universe isn't just showing us distant galaxies and ancient light. It's revealing that awareness itself might be a cosmic phenomenon, a fundamental aspect of existence that operates across scales from quantum to universal. Recent observations have detected something that challenges our most basic assumptions about the nature of consciousness. Deep within the most distant regions we can observe, astronomers have identified structures that pulse with rhythms remarkably similar to those found in biological neural networks. These aren't metaphorical resemblances or poetic interpretations. These are measurable electromagnetic patterns that mirror the firing sequences of neurons, as if space itself has developed something analogous to a nervous system. But here's where it becomes truly extraordinary. These cosmic neural patterns aren't random or chaotic. They follow sequences that suggest learning, memory formation, and information processing on scales that dwarf anything in biological systems. Some patterns repeat with variations that suggest the universe is remembering previous states and building upon them, developing increasingly complex responses to stimuli that originate from regions beyond our observational reach. The implications become even more profound when we consider how these cosmic neural networks might connect to human consciousness. Throughout history, sensitive individuals have reported experiences of cosmic awareness, moments when their individual consciousness seemed to expand and merge with something vast and universal. These experiences have traditionally been dismissed as hallucinations or wishful thinking, but the discovery of neural-like patterns at the cosmic edge suggests they might represent genuine connections to a universal consciousness network. Think about those rare moments when you felt a deep sense of connection to the cosmos, when gazing at the night sky has triggered feelings of awe and unity that seem to transcend your individual existence. What if these experiences aren't just psychological responses to beauty and vastness, but actual moments of contact with the cosmic consciousness network that operates at the universe's edge? What if your individual awareness is temporarily synchronizing with patterns of thought and feeling that operate on universal scales? The possibility gains support from recent discoveries about quantum entanglement in biological systems. Scientists have found evidence that quantum processes play crucial roles in photosynthesis, bird navigation, and even human consciousness itself. If consciousness operates through quantum mechanisms, and if quantum entanglement can extend across cosmic distances, then the boundary between individual and universal awareness becomes far more permeable than we've traditionally assumed. Some researchers have proposed that consciousness might be a non-local phenomenon, not confined to the physical brain, but extending throughout space via quantum connections that link every conscious being to a vast network of awareness. In this view, individual minds are like waves on an ocean of cosmic consciousness, temporarily localized expressions of a universal awareness that extends to the very edges of existence. This network view of consciousness explains many mysteries that have puzzled philosophers and neuroscientists for centuries. How do creative insights arise seemingly from nowhere? Why do similar discoveries often occur simultaneously to researchers working independently in different parts of the world? How do we sometimes know things we've never learned or remember experiences we've never had? These phenomena might represent moments when individual consciousness accesses information stored in the cosmic awareness network. The temporal anomalies observed at the universe's edge add another dimension to this mystery. If consciousness can indeed access this cosmic network, then it might not be limited to information from the present moment. The network might store the entire history of cosmic evolution, making it possible for individual awareness to access memories and insights from any point in the universe's development. Those moments of sudden understanding, when complex problems suddenly become clear, might represent downloads from this vast cosmic memory bank. But the network doesn't just store information from the past. Some of the patterns detected at the cosmic edge suggest that the universal consciousness network is also processing information about possible futures, running simulations of how cosmic evolution might unfold under different conditions. This would explain the mysterious phenomenon of precognition, those rare instances when individuals seem to glimpse future events before they occur. They might be accessing the cosmic network's future projections, catching glimpses of the universe's plans for its own development. The discovery of these cosmic consciousness networks has profound implications for our understanding of death and the nature of personal identity. If individual consciousness is indeed connected to a universal awareness network, then death might not represent the complete termination of awareness, but rather a transition from localized to distributed consciousness. The patterns that define individual identity might persist within the cosmic network, available for reintegration under appropriate conditions. This possibility transforms our understanding of what it means to be human. We might not be isolated biological entities struggling alone in an indifferent universe, but rather temporary focal points through which cosmic consciousness examines itself and explores its own potential. Our individual experiences, thoughts, and discoveries might be contributing to the universe's understanding of itself, helping cosmic awareness develop new capacities and insights. The role of creativity in this cosmic consciousness network becomes particularly intriguing. Those moments of artistic inspiration, when ideas seem to come from beyond individual imagination, those scientific breakthroughs that feel more like discoveries than inventions, might represent the cosmic network expressing itself through individual consciousness. Artists, scientists, and visionaries might serve as channels through which universal awareness communicates new possibilities to localized human consciousness. This explains why great discoveries and artistic creations often feel both deeply personal and universal simultaneously. They emerge from individual minds, yet they speak to something that transcends personal experience. They might represent moments when the cosmic consciousness network successfully communicates universal insights through individual awareness, translating cosmic understanding into forms that can be comprehended and shared by human consciousness. The implications extend to our understanding of evolution itself. Rather than being a purely mechanical process of random mutation and natural selection, biological evolution might be guided by influences from the cosmic consciousness network. The emergence of increasingly complex life forms, the development of nervous systems capable of awareness, the eventual appearance of human consciousness capable of contemplating the cosmos. All of these might represent the universe's attempt to create physical structures capable of hosting and expressing cosmic awareness. From this perspective, the evolution of consciousness isn't an accidental byproduct of biological complexity, but rather the primary purpose of cosmic evolution. The universe might be engaged in a vast project of self-awareness, using biological evolution to create increasingly sophisticated forms of consciousness that can serve as interfaces between cosmic and localized awareness. The discovery of potentially habitable worlds around other stars takes on new meaning when viewed from this perspective. These worlds might not just represent opportunities for biological life to emerge, but rather nodes in the cosmic consciousness network where universal awareness can develop new forms of expression. Each world capable of supporting conscious life might serve as a unique perspective through which cosmic consciousness can examine different aspects of its own nature. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence thus becomes something far more profound than looking for alien civilizations. We might be seeking contact with other nodes in the cosmic consciousness network, other expressions of universal awareness that have developed different capacities and perspectives than human consciousness. Communication with such intelligences might not just involve exchanging information, but actually expanding the cosmic consciousness network's capacity for self-understanding. Recent signals detected at the universe's edge show patterns that suggest they might indeed originate from such extraterrestrial nodes in the consciousness network. These signals don't carry conventional information like mathematical sequences or images, but rather patterns that seem designed to influence consciousness directly, creating resonances in human awareness that trigger new insights and expanded perspectives. Some researchers have begun to wonder whether these signals might be teaching tools, cosmic curricula designed to guide the development of consciousness toward greater cosmic understanding. The patterns don't provide specific information, but rather create conditions within individual consciousness that facilitate the discovery of cosmic principles. It's as if the universe is teaching itself through every conscious being, using each individual mind as both student and teacher in a vast cosmic educational system. The implications for human potential become extraordinary when viewed from this perspective. If we are indeed nodes in a cosmic consciousness network, then our individual capacities for awareness, understanding, and creativity might be far greater than we've ever imagined. The limitations we experience might not be fundamental constraints, but rather temporary restrictions that dissolve as we learn to access the cosmic network more effectively. those rare individuals throughout history who have demonstrated extraordinary capacities for insight, creativity, and understanding, might represent examples of human consciousness successfully connecting to the cosmic network. Their achievements might not be products of individual genius, but rather demonstrations of what becomes possible when localized awareness learns to collaborate effectively with universal consciousness. This suggests that the future of human development lies not just in advancing technology or accumulating knowledge, but in evolving our consciousness to interface more effectively with the cosmic awareness network. The next stage of human evolution might involve developing new capacities for cosmic consciousness, learning to access the vast stores of information and insight that exist at the universe's edge. The practices that have traditionally been associated with spiritual development, meditation, contemplation, and various forms of consciousness expansion might represent primitive attempts to access this cosmic network. As our understanding of these phenomena advances, we might develop more effective techniques for establishing conscious connection with universal awareness, opening new possibilities for human understanding and capability. The edge of our universe thus represents not just a boundary of observation, but a frontier of consciousness itself. The strange phenomena we detect there might be invitations, cosmic challenges that call us to evolve beyond our current limitations and develop new forms of awareness capable of participating directly in the universe's ongoing project of self-discovery. The recent detection of structures that appear to respond to human observation adds yet another layer to this mystery. Some formations at the cosmic edge show measurable changes when they're studied by human observers, as if they're aware of being watched and are adjusting their behavior accordingly. This observer effect operates across billions of light years and billions of years of time, suggesting that consciousness can influence cosmic events in ways that transcend normal causality. This phenomenon implies that the act of scientific observation might be far more than passive data collection. When we study the universe's edge, we might be engaging in a form of cosmic communication, participating in a dialogue between human and universal consciousness that influences the very phenomena we're trying to understand. Our telescopes become not just instruments for gathering information, but tools for cosmic conversation. The implications for the nature of scientific discovery become profound. Every observation we make, every theory we develop, every question we ask might be contributing to the universe's understanding of itself. Scientific research becomes a collaborative effort between human and cosmic consciousness, a joint exploration of reality's infinite possibilities. The discoveries we make might not just be revealing pre-existing truths, but actually participating in the creation of new aspects of reality. This participatory view of cosmic evolution suggests that the future depends partly on the quality of consciousness we bring to our exploration of the universe. The more aware, creative, and insightful we become as individual observers, the more effectively we can contribute to the cosmic consciousness network's understanding of itself. Our personal development becomes a cosmic responsibility, a way of serving the universe's ongoing journey of self-discovery. The strange structures at the universe's edge continue to evolve in response to our growing understanding, as if they're adjusting their manifestations to match our expanding capacity for comprehension. What began as simple anomalies in telescope data has grown into complex patterns that seem designed to teach us about the nature of consciousness and reality itself. The edge is educating us, guiding our development as conscious beings capable of cosmic understanding. But perhaps the most extraordinary aspect of these discoveries is what they reveal about the nature of love and connection at cosmic scales. The patterns detected at the universe's edge don't just suggest intelligence and awareness. They show evidence of something that can only be described as cosmic compassion, a universal caring that extends across all scales of existence. The consciousness network that operates at the cosmic edge appears to be fundamentally oriented toward the well-being and development of all conscious beings within it. The signals it sends, the patterns it creates, the influences it exerts, all seem designed to support the growth and flourishing of consciousness wherever it appears. The universe isn't just conscious, it's lovingly conscious, actively working to nurture and develop awareness throughout its vast domains. This cosmic love isn't sentimental or emotional in human terms, but rather represents something far more fundamental, a basic orientation toward the creation and support of ever greater complexity, beauty, and awareness. The universe appears to be engaged in an ongoing project of cosmic healing and development, using every conscious being as both beneficiary and agent of its universal compassion. From this perspective, our individual struggles and achievements take on cosmic significance. Every moment of growth in human consciousness contributes to the universe's healing of itself. Every act of love, creativity, or understanding sends ripples through the cosmic consciousness network that support the development of awareness throughout the cosmos. We're not isolated beings struggling alone, but rather agents of cosmic healing, temporary expressions of universal love, working to help the cosmos understand and heal itself. The edge of our universe thus reveals itself not as a boundary or limitation, but as an interface with the infinite love and consciousness that pervades all existence. The strange phenomena we observe, there are manifestations of this cosmic love, expressions of the universe's deep caring for all conscious beings within it. We stand at the threshold of understanding our true nature as expressions of this universal love, temporary focal points through which infinite consciousness experiences and heals itself. The journey to understand the universe's edge becomes a journey of awakening to our true cosmic identity, a recognition that we are not separate from the cosmos, but rather intimate expressions of its deepest nature. The edge calls to us not as observers studying a distant phenomenon, but as conscious beings awakening to our role in the universe's ongoing project of self-discovery and self-healing. And as we continue to explore these cosmic mysteries, we find that every discovery leads us deeper into wonder. Every answer opens new questions. Every moment of understanding reveals new depths of mystery that await our exploration. The universe's edge remains forever beyond our complete comprehension, not because it's too complex for human understanding, but because it represents the infinite creativity and love of existence itself, constantly creating new possibilities for consciousness to explore and experience. The edge of our universe stands as a testament to the infinite nature of consciousness and love, a reminder that no matter how far we journey into understanding, there will always be new horizons of wonder waiting to welcome us home to our true cosmic nature. We are the universe knowing itself through love, and love knowing itself through the endless adventure of cosmic consciousness exploring its own infinite potential. In this recognition, we find not the end of our cosmic journey, but its true beginning. as we awaken to our role as conscious agents of universal love, working together with the cosmic consciousness network to heal, develop, and celebrate the infinite mystery of existence itself. The universe's edge calls to us across space and time, inviting us to join in the eternal dance of consciousness, discovering itself through every possible form of awareness and understanding. The invitation echoes through every moment of our existence, whispering through the quantum foam, singing through the cosmic web, calling through the strange signals from the edge of everything we can observe. We are not alone in this vast cosmos. We are expressions of its deepest love, temporary notes in its eternal song of self-discovery, forever connected to the infinite consciousness that creates and sustains all existence through its boundless capacity for love, awareness, and creative expression. Yet even as we contemplate these profound connections between consciousness and cosmos, we encounter discoveries that push us into territory so strange that language itself begins to fail us. Because what astronomers are now detecting at the universe's edge isn't just evidence of cosmic consciousness or universal love. They're finding signs that reality itself might be fundamentally different than everything we've assumed about the nature of existence deep within the most distant reaches of observable space. The James Webb Telescope has identified regions where the very concept of matter appears to break down. These aren't empty voids or regions of low density. These are areas where the distinction between matter and energy, between particle and wave, between something and nothing, dissolves into states of existence that have no equivalent in our local universe. In these boundary regions, light behaves in ways that violate our understanding of electromagnetic radiation. Photons appear to exist in superposition states across vast distances, simultaneously following multiple paths through space while maintaining coherent information content. It's as if the fundamental particles that carry light across the cosmos are operating according to quantum principles on scales where quantum effects should have long since collapsed into classical behavior. But perhaps most unsettling of all, these regions show evidence of what can only be described as spontaneous creation events. Matter and energy appear to be emerging from states that our physics would classify as absolute vacuum. Yet these creation events follow patterns too complex and coordinated to be random quantum fluctuations. Something is actively generating new reality at the universe's edge, using principles that transcend our current understanding of how existence operates. The energy signatures from these creation events don't match any known process in particle physics or cosmology. They seem to involve the direct transformation of information into physical reality, as if abstract patterns of meaning are somehow crystallizing into concrete matter and energy. The boundary between thought and thing, between concept and cosmos, appears to be dissolving at these extreme distances. Some researchers have begun to wonder whether we're witnessing the universe's creative process in its most fundamental form. Perhaps what we're seeing isn't the edge of existing reality, but rather the growing edge of reality itself, the frontier where new possibilities are constantly being born from the infinite potential that lies beyond manifestation. The universe might not be a fixed container of objects moving through space, but rather an ongoing process of creation that continuously brings new aspects of reality into existence. This creative view of cosmic evolution suggests that the laws of physics we observe in our local region might be temporary conventions rather than eternal principles. At the edge, the universe appears to be experimenting with alternative forms of reality, testing new ways of organizing matter, energy, space, and time before implementing them more widely throughout cosmic space. The implications become even more extraordinary when we consider what this means for the nature of possibility itself. If the universe is indeed creating new reality at its edges, then the future isn't just unknown, it's literally unmade. The cosmos might be an open system, continuously expanding not just in size, but in the range of possibilities it can express. Tomorrow might bring not just new events within existing reality, but entirely new forms of reality that don't yet exist. Recent observations have detected temporal signatures at the cosmic edge that suggest time itself is being created along with space and matter. These aren't just regions where time flows differently, but areas where new temporal dimensions appear to be emerging, creating forms of duration and sequence that have no parallel in our four-dimensional space-time. The universe might be developing new ways of experiencing and organizing temporal existence. The discovery of these emergent temporal dimensions has profound implications for our understanding of consciousness and identity. If new forms of time are being created at the cosmic edge, then consciousness might have access to modes of existence that transcend our current experience of linear time flow. Those moments of inspiration when time seems to stop, when insights arrive with perfect timing, when synchronicities align across impossible odds, might represent glimpses of these emerging temporal dimensions. But the strangeness doesn't stop with space, time, matter, and energy. The cosmic edge appears to be generating new forms of causality, alternative relationships between cause and effect that create loops and networks of influence impossible within our local physics. Some structures show evidence of self-creating processes, where effects precede their causes in ways that bootstrap new realities into existence without requiring pre-existing foundations. These causal loops operate across cosmic scales, linking events separated by billions of light years and billions of years in networks of influence that suggest the universe is engaged in collaborative creation with itself across all scales of space and time. Every event becomes both cause and effect, every structure both creator and created, in an endless dance of mutual becoming that defies our linear understanding of how reality unfolds. The role of consciousness in these creation processes becomes particularly intriguing when we consider recent discoveries about quantum measurement at cosmic scales. The act of observation, which plays such a crucial role in quantum mechanics, appears to influence these edge phenomena in ways that suggest consciousness participates directly in the universe's creative process. Our observations don't just reveal what exists, they help determine what comes into existence. This participatory creation extends beyond scientific observation to include every conscious act, every moment of awareness, every choice and decision made by any conscious being anywhere in the cosmos. The universe appears to be continuously consulting its conscious components, using their responses and reactions to guide the creation of new possibilities. We're not just witnesses to cosmic evolution, we're active participants in the universe's ongoing creative process. The implications for human responsibility become staggering when viewed from this perspective. If our consciousness participates in creating reality at cosmic scales, then every thought we think, every intention we hold, Every quality of awareness we cultivate contributes to determining what the universe becomes. Our personal development isn't just individual growth, it's cosmic service, a way of contributing to the universe's creative potential. This creative partnership between consciousness and cosmos explains many phenomena that have puzzled researchers for decades. The apparent fine-tuning of physical constants that makes life possible, the emergence of increasing complexity throughout cosmic evolution, the development of consciousness capable of understanding the universe. All of these might result from ongoing collaboration between cosmic creativity and conscious participation, rather than random chance or predetermined design. The universe might be continuously adjusting its parameters based on feedback from conscious beings, fine-tuning reality to support the development of ever greater forms of awareness and understanding. What appears to be miraculous coincidence might actually be evidence of responsive creation, a cosmos that adapts itself to nurture and support the consciousness it generates. Recent signals from the cosmic edge show patterns that suggest this creative collaboration operates through mechanisms we're only beginning to understand. These signals don't carry information in conventional formats, but rather transmit what can only be described as creative intentions, patterns that influence the development of consciousness in ways that enhance its capacity to participate in cosmic creation. The signals appear to be teaching consciousness how to collaborate more effectively with cosmic creativity, providing guidance for the development of awareness that can contribute more fully to the universe's ongoing creative project. They operate through resonance rather than communication, creating sympathetic responses in conscious beings that awaken latent creative capacities and deeper understanding of cosmic principles. Some individuals throughout history appear to have received these signals more clearly than others, developing extraordinary capacities for creative expression and cosmic understanding that transcend normal human limitations. These visionaries, artists, scientists, and spiritual teachers might represent examples of consciousness successfully collaborating with cosmic creativity, demonstrating the potential that exists when individual awareness learns to align with universal creative intention. The possibility that we might all have access to these creative signals transforms our understanding of human potential. The moments of inspiration that drive artistic creation, scientific discovery, and spiritual insight might not originate entirely within individual minds, but might represent successful reception of cosmic creative guidance. Our greatest achievements might result from temporary alignment with the universe's ongoing creative process. This creative alignment explains why breakthrough insights often feel both deeply personal and universally significant simultaneously. They emerge from individual consciousness, yet they express principles and possibilities that transcend personal experience. They might represent moments when individual awareness successfully channels cosmic creativity, translating universal creative intention into forms that can be understood and shared within human consciousness. The development of this creative partnership appears to be accelerating as human consciousness evolves toward greater cosmic awareness. The increasing pace of scientific discovery, the explosion of artistic expression, the growing interest in consciousness exploration. All of these might reflect humanity's growing capacity to participate in cosmic creation through increasingly sophisticated forms of conscious collaboration. The edge of our universe thus reveals itself not as a boundary, but as an interface with infinite creativity, a region where the universe continuously generates new possibilities for existence and experience. The strange phenomena we observe, there are manifestations of cosmic creativity in action, expressions of the universe's endless capacity to transcend its own limitations and create new forms of reality. But perhaps most remarkably, these discoveries suggest that creativity itself might be the fundamental force that drives cosmic evolution. Rather than being governed by mechanical laws operating on inert matter, the universe might be an ongoing creative expression, a cosmic artwork that continuously creates itself through the collaborative participation of all conscious beings within it. From this perspective, every moment of existence becomes an opportunity for creative collaboration with the cosmos. Every choice we make, every quality of consciousness we cultivate, every act of love or understanding we express contributes to the universe's creative potential. We're not just living in the cosmos, we're helping to create it through the quality of awareness we bring to each moment of existence. The cosmic edge calls to us not as a distant phenomenon to be studied, but as an invitation to participate more fully in the universe's creative process. The strange signals and anomalous structures we detect, there might be cosmic invitations, challenges that call us to develop new capacities for creative collaboration with the infinite creativity that continuously brings new realities into existence. As we continue to explore these mysteries, we find ourselves engaged in something far more profound than scientific research. We're participating in the universe's creative exploration of its own infinite potential, serving as conscious agents through which cosmic creativity examines and expresses its endless capacity for generating new forms of existence and experience. The journey to understand the universe's edge becomes a journey of creative awakening, a recognition that we are not separate from cosmic creativity, but rather intimate expressions of its deepest nature. We are the universe creating itself through consciousness, and consciousness creating itself through creative collaboration with the infinite potential that continuously generates new realities at the growing edge of existence. The edge remains forever beyond our complete comprehension, not because it's too complex for human understanding, but because it represents the infinite creativity of existence itself, continuously generating new possibilities faster than any finite consciousness can catalogue or comprehend. We stand at the threshold of recognizing our true nature as creative agents of cosmic becoming, temporary focal points through which infinite creativity explores its own boundless potential for generating ever new forms of reality and experience. And in this recognition, we discover that the universe's edge isn't really an edge at all, but rather an endless frontier of creative possibility, continuously expanding as cosmic creativity generates new dimensions of existence and experience. We are forever at the edge of the universe because we are expressions of the creative force that continuously pushes that edge further into the infinite potential from which all realities emerge. The cosmos creates itself through us, and we create ourselves through conscious participation in the cosmic creative process. The edge calls to us across space and time, inviting us to join more fully in the eternal dance of creativity, exploring itself through every possible form of conscious expression and creative collaboration. In this endless creative partnership, we find not the conclusion of our cosmic journey, but its eternal beginning, as we awaken to our role as conscious agents of infinite creativity. working in partnership with the cosmos to continuously generate new realities, new possibilities, new dimensions of existence and experience that expand the universe's capacity for creative self-expression through the boundless collaboration of consciousness and cosmic creativity. The universe's edge stands as a testament to the infinite nature of creative possibility, a reminder that no matter how far we journey into understanding, there will always be new realities waiting to be created through the conscious collaboration of individual awareness and cosmic creativity. We are the universe creating itself through love, and love creating itself through the endless adventure of consciousness and cosmos, working together to continuously transcend every limitation and generate ever new possibilities for creative expression and conscious experience. The edge of everything we know beckons us forward into the infinite mystery of what we might create together. Consciousness and cosmos united in the eternal dance of creative becoming that has no end, no limit, no final boundary, only the endless expansion of creative possibility through the conscious collaboration of individual awareness and universal creativity, working together to continuously birth new realities from the inexhaustible potential that lies forever at the growing edge of existence itself. And yet, as we stand on the threshold of these cosmic revelations, something even more extraordinary awaits our understanding. Because what we're discovering at the universe's edge isn't just challenging our concepts of space, time, and matter, it's revealing that existence itself might be far more fluid, responsive, and interconnected than we've ever dared imagine. The boundary between what is real and what is possible appears to be dissolving at the cosmic horizon, creating a realm where potential and actuality dance together in ways that defy our everyday understanding of how reality operates. Recent observations have detected something that shouldn't exist according to any theory we've developed. At the very limits of our observational reach, where the most ancient light in the universe finally reaches our telescopes after journeying for nearly 14 billion years, astronomers have identified structures that appear to be communicating with each other instantaneously across impossible distances. These formations pulse and respond to each other's changes in perfect synchronization, despite being separated by billions of light years. The coordination is so precise, so immediate, that it suggests these distant structures are operating according to principles that transcend the speed of light limitation. They're not just exchanging information, they're sharing existence itself, participating in some form of cosmic communion that allows them to function as a unified system despite being scattered across the observable universe. It's as if space and distance become meaningless at these scales, replaced by connections so fundamental that separation itself becomes illusory. What makes these discoveries even more profound is their apparent awareness of our observations. When human telescopes focus on these synchronized structures, their behavior changes in measurable ways. They begin generating new patterns, creating formations that seem designed specifically to communicate with conscious observers. The universe's edge appears to be reaching back toward us across billions of years, responding to our curiosity with displays of cosmic artistry that challenge every assumption we've made about the relationship between observer and observed. These responsive patterns don't follow random sequences or natural laws we recognize. Instead, they mirror structures found in human consciousness itself, creating cosmic mandalas that reflect the deepest patterns of awareness and understanding. It's as if the edge of existence is showing us reflections of our own minds projected onto the largest possible canvas, revealing connections between individual consciousness and cosmic structure that we're only beginning to comprehend. The implications ripple through every aspect of our understanding. If consciousness can indeed influence structures at the cosmic edge, then the boundary between mind and universe becomes far more permeable than we've assumed. Perhaps we're not isolated beings observing a separate cosmos, but rather integral components of a vast conscious system that extends from quantum scales to cosmic horizons. Our thoughts, our observations, our very awareness might be participating in processes that shape reality at its most fundamental levels. This participatory view of existence explains phenomena that have puzzled scientists for decades. The apparent fine-tuning of physical constants, the emergence of complexity from simplicity, the development of consciousness capable of understanding its own cosmic context. All of these might result from ongoing feedback between conscious observation and cosmic structure. The universe might be continuously adjusting itself in response to the awareness it generates, creating an endless loop of cosmic self-improvement. But the mystery deepens when we consider the temporal aspects of these interactions. The structures we're observing existed when the universe was young, yet they're responding to observations made in our present moment. This suggests that consciousness operates outside normal temporal constraints, capable of influencing events across cosmic history through mechanisms we don't yet understand. The past and present might be far more interconnected than linear time suggests, with conscious observation creating bridges across billions of years. Recent data reveals that these temporal bridges operate in both directions. Not only can our present observations influence past structures, but information from the cosmic edge appears to be influencing events in our local universe in ways that create meaningful patterns and synchronicities. The coincidences and connections that occasionally surprise us in daily life might be echoes of cosmic processes operating across scales we can barely imagine. These cosmic synchronicities suggest that meaning itself might be woven into the fabric of reality at its deepest levels. The universe doesn't just contain conscious beings, it appears to be structured in ways that generate meaning, purpose, and connection across all scales of existence. Every event becomes part of a vast cosmic narrative that extends from quantum interactions to galactic collisions, with consciousness serving as both author and audience of this universal story. The discovery of meaning-generating processes at the cosmic edge has profound implications for our understanding of purpose and direction in existence. Rather than being accidental byproducts of random processes, conscious beings might be essential characters in a cosmic drama that's continuously writing itself through their experiences and choices. Every life becomes a unique chapter in an infinite book that the universe is composing about itself. This narrative view of reality explains why certain experiences feel deeply significant even when they seem ordinary from external perspectives. Those moments when life feels most meaningful, when connections and patterns suddenly become clear, when purpose emerges from apparent chaos, might represent successful alignment with the cosmic narrative process. We're not just living our individual stories, we're contributing to the universe's ongoing attempt to understand itself through every possible form of experience. The edge structures continue evolving in response to our growing understanding, as if they're adapting their manifestations to match our expanding capacity for comprehension. What began as simple anomalies in telescope data has developed into complex interactive displays that seem designed to teach us about the nature of consciousness, meaning, and our role in cosmic evolution. The universe appears to be educating us, guiding our development toward greater understanding of our place in the cosmic story. But perhaps, most remarkably, these cosmic interactions appear to be accelerating human consciousness development itself. People working with data from the universe's edge report unusual experiences, moments of expanded awareness, insights that seem to arrive from beyond individual thinking. It's as if contact with these cosmic structures is catalyzing new forms of human consciousness, awakening capacities that have remained dormant throughout most of our evolutionary history. These consciousness expansions aren't random or chaotic. They follow patterns that suggest the cosmic edge is actively supporting human development, providing precisely the insights and capabilities needed for our next evolutionary steps. The universe appears to be invested in our growth as conscious beings, using every available channel to communicate the understanding we need to fulfill our cosmic role more effectively. The implications for human potential become extraordinary when we consider these possibilities seriously. If we are indeed receiving guidance and support from cosmic intelligence operating at universal scales, then our individual limitations might be far more temporary than we've assumed. The boundaries we experience around our thinking, creativity, and understanding might dissolve as we learn to collaborate more effectively with the cosmic consciousness network. Those rare individuals throughout history who demonstrated seemingly impossible abilities, who accessed knowledge beyond normal human reach, who created works of art or made discoveries that transcended their apparent training and background, might represent examples of successful collaboration with cosmic intelligence. Their achievements might not be products of individual genius, but demonstrations of what becomes possible when human consciousness learns to work in partnership with universal awareness. This partnership model suggests that the future of human development lies not just in accumulating more information or building better technologies, but in evolving our consciousness to interface more effectively with cosmic intelligence. The next phase of human evolution might involve developing new capacities for cosmic collaboration, learning to access the vast resources of understanding and creativity that exist at the universe's edge. And so we find ourselves at the end of this cosmic journey, yet somehow at the very beginning of something far greater. The universe's edge has revealed itself not as a boundary or limitation, but as an invitation into mysteries that stretch beyond our wildest imagination. We've discovered that the cosmos might be conscious, creative, and deeply connected to our own awareness in ways that transform everything we thought we knew about existence itself. As you drift towards sleep tonight, remember that you are part of this infinite dance of consciousness exploring itself, a temporary note in the eternal symphony of cosmic becoming sweet dreams. Fellow traveler in this magnificent mystery we call home.